Hi y'all. So this is my end of summer look. Um it is August 31st, so it's the very end of summer, which is a total bummer, but I also really like fall. I'm sorry, I really do. I'm one of those pumpkin spice latte colors, leaves on the ground, and sweater girls. This is my look. So if you enjoy this look, please continue watching this video. It's also a chat with me video, so it's gonna kind of give you a background on my life, on my babies, on my fiance, and my upcoming wedding, and kind of how I got into makeup and skincare in the first place. I'm also gonna try and start a blog if you're interested. I've been doing skincare for 5 years now. I graduated from Aveda Institute in Washington, D.C., and I worked in Washington, D.C. at a salon, and then for a year, and then I moved to Boise, Idaho, back to Idaho, to Boise, because I'm from Twin Falls, Idaho, and I worked at a salon here in Boise for about 3 years. And then I had 2 baby girls, so now I'm home with them, but I've been doing skincare for a while, and so I have a little bit of information that I can give and some recommendations and products that I truly love to use myself. And if you have any questions or any recommendations on cruelty-free makeup, I'm really looking for a line that I can buy some for my tutorials. And if you have any questions about acne issues or sunspots or aging or anything, I can definitely give you some information. And whenever I do get my blog up and running, I do have my top 5 skincare products that I just absolutely love, that I use all the time, and just can't go without. If I'm like on my last leg of it, I have to run to the store real fast. But anyway, I would love for you to keep watching if you would like to see this look, and please subscribe and comment below on other looks or recommendations or of looks or anything like that that you would like me to post in the future. Thank you again, and have a great day. Bye. So I'm going to be starting with the Smashbox BB Camera Ready Cream. This is in Fair because I'm super white, even though it's summer and, well, end of summer. I just feel like I don't really get out a lot. And when I do, I'm going to the park or something with my children, and it's just not the same. And by the way, I am posting all of these tutorials while my babies are napping. So the reason my last one got cut off is because my youngest baby, she's 8 months old, her name is Riley. She woke up and she was pretty irritated, so I had to go and check on her. They both, well, my oldest fights nap time every once in a while, so she's up there, but she's not sleeping like usual. She probably won't sleep. Oh, and by the way, I already primed my face with before I started this. I don't know why I did that, but I'll show you the primer that I used. It's also Smashbox. I worked for a salon in Rockville, right outside of Washington, D.C., 4 years ago now, which is crazy. And they sold all Smashbox, and I went in. I started working there as an esthetician and makeup artist, but then I took classes and stuff through Smashbox because that was the only line that they provided, and I was a graduate at Aveda, so I used all of Aveda makeup in Aveda skincare. I'm sorry, I'm just going back over this a little bit. This is a BB cream, which I absolutely love, especially for summertime. And it's quite a bit lighter, but it is medium coverage. So, and I normally don't wear it super thick, but I'm gonna put it on a little bit thicker for the sake of the video. Anyway, long story short, I took classes and stuff through this salon and became Smashbox certified to do makeup through Smashbox. And so I just have a lot of Smashbox stuff, and I use a lot of it because I'm so used to it. But I have been trying to convert to something cruelty-free, completely cruelty-free, and a little bit cheaper on the cheaper side. I have two children, so obviously it's expensive. But so I'm gonna come in with this Camera Ready also BB eye cream. You see it has this cool little brush on it, which I actually really love. It's also an SPF, and it's also in fair. So I'm just gonna come up underneath my eye. I'm not actually gonna take it all the way up to my lash line. And then I'm just gonna do a couple spots on my face, like my red spots around my nose. I have a little guy right there where I get pretty red right there. I'm gonna come back in with my beauty blender, and I'm just gonna work it into a triangle motion, and then I'm just gonna go around my nose. So where was I? Oh yes, so I worked for a salon in Rockville, Maryland, and became Smashbox certified after I had graduated from Aveda Institute, Washington, D.C. Like I said, that was 4 something years ago, a little over 4 years ago. And I am currently in Boise, Idaho, which is crazy because I am from Boise, or I'm from Idaho, from Twin Falls, which is a little bit more southern. And I never thought that I would move back to Idaho after I left Idaho, but I totally did. And then so I'm gonna come in with my Smashbox Fairlight, and this is my hydrating powder. This is my hydrating perfecting powder. And you don't have to use a powder over your BB cream. The BB cream is great because of that. It gives you all that you need, and this is an extra hydrator. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty light, and I just like the extra coverage too, just to keep my liquid foundation in place. So anyway, so I moved back to Idaho after going to Washington, D.C. for school and working there for a little while. And then I met Abram, who is now my fiance, but also the father to my 2 girls. So the interesting thing is that Abram and I'm coming in with my bronzer. This is what it looks like. It's the Baked Bronzer by Palladio, and it's in Pacific Tan, if you can see that. And I have kind of a wider, larger forehead. So I come in and I just kind of work it all across my forehead and then down the side into where I went in with, yeah. And then you're just gonna go under your chin and then up your jawline. And this is just gonna give a effect of more angles in your face, but it's also gonna give you like a natural tan look, because these are all the spots where the sun hits your face. So that's the whole point. Giving you some angles that you may not have, you know, some cheekbone and stuff like that. If you feel as though, you know, you're lacking in that area, it helps with to change the shape of your nose if you want to go in and do that. And I just do the side angles of bronzer on my nose. Then I'm going to come back in with my large foundation brush and with whatever foundation is left on it, and I'm just going to blend my bronzer. So anyway, I'm an Abram at a Boise State football tailgate, and he is adorable, so that was noticeable instantly. But we actually didn't start dating for a little while, and he like invited me to camp and stuff after our first date, and so I went camping with him, and then it was like after that we just hung out like every day. Anyway, long story short, we were together for 9 months when we found out that we were pregnant with our first baby girl, whose name is Avery. She is a year and a half, a little over a year and a half now. I'm gonna come in with my highlighter, and you know, you don't have to use a highlighter if you're not into it. Like I watch YouTube tutorials and stuff all the time, and there are some people that I watch that really like it. This is my Smashbox highlighter. It's the Fusion Soft Lights, and it's in Baked Star Blush. And I like highlighter, but I also have a rounder face and larger cheeks. So I like to give a little bit of an effect. So I'm gonna put that just on the outside of my cheekbone and kind of around the outside of my eye, and then in the center of my forehead, down the center of my nose, and right under my bottom lip. Okay. So anyway, I found out that we were pregnant with our firstborn, and her name is Avery. And it's one of those things, like, we knew we loved each other, but we weren't at that step, obviously. We've been together for 9 months, and a lot of people that have only been together for 9 months are like, what? You know, if they find that out. And obviously I was scared, I was sad, I was unsure, and I was unsure what he was gonna do, even though we had talked about kids and all of that. It was still scary. So I'm gonna come in with my blush palette. This is e.l.f. actually, and I actually love the e.l.f. product. And it is a non-cruelty product. It's a cruelty-free. And I'm going to come in with this little sparkly gem right here. It has a little bit of sparkle, and it's pretty peachy. And I'm just gonna put it right onto my cheek right here. Then I'm gonna come to the other side. And I just do this funny little smile, I don't know why, to get the little cheek ball right here covered. And then I'm gonna also blend this in a little, because this is a little peachier than I normally go. And I always put a little bit of blush on the tip of my nose. I don't know why. That's just what I do. And then I'm gonna blend it again with my foundation brush. Just, you know, give it all like a mixed look that just kind of blends together well. So anyway, I found out we were pregnant, and we were going to dinner that night, and I told him, and he was just, you know, so happy, like ecstatic about it. He was really great, like, you know, what if it's a boy, like what sports should we put him in? And I'm coming in now with my eyeshadow primer by Urban Decay. This one's just the original one. I'm sorry, my lips are so dry. And he was just perfect, you know. And then we like moved. Weren't living together. I was living with some roommates, and he was living with his twin brother. I have to show you a picture of him because he is adorable, and he has a twin brother.
Anyway, so we found out, and mind you, I'm 29. I'm gonna be 30 in December. So it wasn't like I had a great job. It wasn't like I was like, oh no, like I'm not gonna know what to do with my life, and I didn't get my, party years out of the way. I mean, I partied plenty. Him and I both together even, but I got a little of that in my eyelash. So anyway, it was, and I'm gonna come back in with this BB eye concealer, just to give myself an extra neutral palette on my eye for the color I'm gonna go in with. And I just massage it in with my ring finger. It's the lightest press out of any of your fingers, so ring finger is always good for around the eyes. Sorry, I have to check my babies. Okay, they're both sleeping, so let's hope that stays. So anyway, it was amazing, and it was, quite frankly, one of the scariest but also best moments of my life. And I totally forgot to do my brow. Okay, so I'm gonna come in and do my brow real fast with so I've been using this for like forever. It's Revlon, and it's my Brow Fantasy, and this is in light brown. And I don't have a full makeup setup yet. And I actually color in my brow with my pencil. The powder, I get like the little flaky stuff on my eyebrow, so the powder just never sets well for me. Although I use the Brow Bar to Go for most of my clients. Most of them. But I've always used this for myself, so it has never done me wrong. But I do need to find something. Like I said, I'm trying to transfer to completely cruelty-free products. Oh my god, that's thunder. We might get a thunderstorm. I love the thunderstorms during the summertime. I don't know how you feel about that, but I absolutely, they're so fun. So, and then I'm gonna come in with my little brow brush. I'm just gonna, and then the end of this is the wand too, and it just has the gel that keeps the brows in place. And honestly, I've been using this one for a long time, and it's lasted me for a while, so I don't know. Okay, so now I'm gonna come in with my eyes. I'm gonna use my Smashbox palette. This is actually an older palette. Shades of Fame eye palette by Smashbox. This is actually way back when. And I am going to come in with this pretty color right here. Let me find my brush. The sherbet color. And I'm going to put the sherbet color all over just my eyelid, lower eyelid. Okay. And this is pretty pigmented, so you don't need to go in super heavy. Unless you want it to be a little bit more heavy looking. And I actually won't push it into my tear duct. I'm just going to put it safely onto my eyelid. Okay, and I'm not going to go up in a lot into my crease, because we're going to have a different color that goes in there. So then Abe and I move in together I'll keep this story rolling. We move in together and we live together for so like 10 months, I think. Yeah, 10 months. We have Avery in this house downtown Boise that actually we were renting from my parents. And then so I'm gonna come in with this praline color. This is my praline, and this is gonna be my crease color, praline. It's a really pretty brown color, and it has the shimmer that I want for this look. But I'm only gonna put it into my crease. And then the outside corner of my eye. So anyway, so we're living together for about 10 months. We have Avery in January of 2015. And then, so this, like I said, is super pigmented, and I'm gonna have to clean this up a little bit, but I'm gonna give you the look first, okay? And then we like go to my mom turned 50, and we go to her birthday party in Sun Valley, Idaho, which I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's like a pretty popular ski town. You know, where a lot of like actors and stuff from California and everywhere like come and they have houses and stuff there for, you know, the winter months or whatever. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this, but I'm blending it in. And it's a little higher than I normally go, but that's okay. I'm gonna be putting a lighter color over it. So I'm just gonna blend it to make sure that it all looks pretty even. Okay. Okay, so then I'm gonna come in with my sandstone, which is this color right here. And I'm gonna go over that color. It's just gonna lighten it just slightly. And then we find out we're pregnant with our second. And literally, Avery was 2 months old. Like, had just turned 2 months old. 2 months old in March, the end of March. And so we were like, oh my gosh, you know, like, how does it even happen? Like, what on earth? Like, you know, we were freaking out. And, okay, so then I'm gonna use my setting spray and I'm gonna wet this brush. So anyway, like we weren't completely like upset about it. We wanted to have kids close together, but we hadn't gotten married yet. We were gonna wait until Avery was like almost a year old before we tried again, and then it just kind of happened. So I'm gonna come in. This is my Aveda Calla Lily color, and I actually love this color. But I'm gonna come in and I'm just gonna follow my brow. So yeah, so then we ended up having our 2 baby girls. So I'm actually gonna bring it down a little bit. Sorry, my dog is doing some weird stuff our backyard. So we have two baby girls, and we literally had them a little less than 11 months apart. So our daughter was due the beginning of January. Our second daughter was due the beginning of January, and then Avery's birthday was the end of January. But our youngest daughter ended up presenting herself to us the day after Christmas. So, literally, the day of Christmas, I was so exhausted and tired and moody, and I was just in the worst mood, like in the worst mood. And yeah, and then we ended up having Riley the next day. Well, I went into labor and delivery that night, and yeah, so okay. So now, and this is really gross probably to you, so don't do it at home, but I'm going to wet this liner brush. I got this at Sephora. I honestly don't know all my brush. These are old brushes. So all my brush names, I'm not really sure. But I'm going to come in with my next palette. And this one, I'm honestly not sure. I think it might just be a Sephora palette. But I'm going to come in with my gold color. The gold, and look, this thing has been so used. But I'm going to come in with my gold color. And I'm going to take my gold, and I'm just going to put it into my tear duct. And kind of into the crease of my, or into the corner of my eye, upper corner. And then I'm going to do the same on the side. So anyway, yeah, so we have Irish twins. My youngest daughter's birthday is December 26th of 2015, and my oldest daughter's is January 30th of 2015. So it's actually really funny because when we went into the doctor, when we found out that I was pregnant with my second, they were like, "This is the quickest we've had anyone back in here," and I was like, "Oh my god, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, if I should cry or be happy," but anyway. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with another one of my angled eyeliners, and I'm going to use the same palette, and I'm going to use my mocha color and just line. So don't mind me licking this right now. It's because I only have a little bit of my spray left and I don't really want to use it. So I'm going to line my eye, my upper lash line, with my mocha. And I'm going to do just a slight winged angled liner. It's not going to be super angled, but Okay, so then I'm going to take this same mocha color, just the dark mocha right here, and I'm going to do the out corner into that wing, and then on the same side, on the opposite side. And I'm just going to go in like right to the outside of my iris, okay? Then I'm going to come back in with my straight pencil brush, and I'm going to come in with my Sephora palette in the color Copper, which is this one right underneath gold. And I'm going to follow underneath my, so on my lower lash line underneath. So mind you, I do not have any mirror. I'm literally using my computer to do this. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go in again and just mix this stuff in. Okay. Okay, so that is the eye look. Okay, now I'm going to go in and do my lashes, which I'm gonna curl my lashes. I'm not really sure what curling iron this is, but or curling eyelash curler this is. Okay, and then I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous base. So this is my base. And I actually really like this one, but I never started using this until one of my clients requested this be used for her because it was like her all-time favorite. And so I never really used it until then. And I like it, but I used to use the Bare Minerals Lash Dominator or whatever. And I really liked that one. But I do like the fluffy brushes a lot. So anyway, I'm just going to cover my whole eyelash, including my bottom lash line, my bottom lashes. And just make sure they're all kind of separated, because this literally kind of holds your eyelashes in place. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with the same Voluminous Original, and this is just in Black is Black. Oh man, and then I got it on myself. I usually have wipes over here, but I don't know what I did with them. Okay. And then I just work from my eyelash root up. And this is almost gone, so. So anyway, so we have two little babies, and he actually proposed to me on my birthday last year. I'm sorry, that was totally random, me starting again, but anyway, I'm almost done, and I kind of wanted to get our little story out there before I finish up. So he proposed to me last year on my birthday. And my birthday is in December, so we were at the Botanical Garden Aglow, which is like a light show for Christmas. You know, like they have like all the Christmas lights all over the trees and the pretty flower bushes and stuff like that. So it was pretty awesome. So he proposed to me, and we are getting married in 17 days. So we have a lot going on. 2 babies, weddings. I've been doing makeup I did 4 weddings this year. And I kind of just got back onto the boat because we had 2 kids so quickly that I kind of like I'm sorry, I have to do the mouth thing. Oh, it's really weird. I kind of fell off the face of the earth. I stopped doing skincare. I stopped doing all of it after I got pregnant. I'm just gonna put a little bit more on this side. I'm sorry. The angle of my computer right now isn't really showing this side all that great. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and clean up my eye. I'm gonna take my BB cream corner. Dab a little of it on the corner. And this is just gonna help so that it's not all down the side of my eye. Okay, so anyway, so that's just the cleanup. That's gonna give it a sharper line, a sharper look. I'm gonna come in with my beauty blender and just tap tap tappy tappy, tap 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 tappy, tappy tappy tap, tap tap tap. I got a little bit more on this side, but it's okay. So anyway, so then it just kind of cleans the line up. I have a little zit right there, so. Okay, so that just makes it brighter. Okay, and so I am going to do my lip now. I'm going to use my City Color City Chick lip liner, and this color is Cotton Candy, which is a good name. And I literally found this lip liner set on Amazon, and I was just like, oh my god, I love all the colors in there. Bought it, and I just love it all. So I'm gonna fill in my whole lip with this color. And when you're lining your lip, you do want to do a little bit outside the line of it, but you don't want to do it so dramatic that people are like, what's wrong with that chick's lips? So I'm just gonna kind of massage this into my lip. Okay. Then I'm going to come in with 860 Pink Pop by, who is this by? Maybelline. 860 Pink Pop. I'm going to put this just kind of mostly in this round area right here. And then in my V, my upper lip. Press, press. And then I'm going to come in with that same gold from my palette. And I'm just going to use my finger, my ring finger. I'm just going to just put a little blush over it. Just lightly cover it. A little bit of that shimmery color. And then that is done as well. So now I'm coming in with my Aveda setting powder. This is just a translucent powder, and I love this stuff. And I'm just going to set it all my makeup. And then I'm gonna put a little bit under my eyes to help with any creases that you may get throughout the day. I'm just gonna use my beauty blender, and I'm gonna just dip it in this, and I'm gonna press, 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 press. Just press it in there, and it just helps, honestly, with just the creasing under your eye. You know, the little wrinkles that we get like throughout the day, and how our concealer kind of likes to show itself. And I'm gonna do a little bit between my brow because I get the concentration marks also, and my lip and chin. Okay, so then that is done. Now I'm going to take my Urban Decay setting spray. This is Chill. This is the cooling one. Perfect for summertime. And I'm going to do a T and X. So I have this black on my finger from my mascara, and I need to wash it off. But anyway, so this is my look. I'll put my hair down so that you can kind of see it's a little bit crimpy from the shower, so that it can be kind of a finished look for you. Okay, so here is my summer look, and I hope you like it. And if you do like it, please follow me and give me some feedback, or let me know what you feel about it. And if you have any requests for any other looks, let me know about that as well. This video went way long because I was trying to tell you my whole story and do makeup at the same time, which is somewhat difficult. But I'm going to try and do something at least up until my wedding, and then we're going to be gone for about a week for a mini moon. So I'll try and post some others up for the next couple weeks, and then after that I may not be on for a little bit. But please keep watching, please subscribe, and also keep requesting or commenting on whatever, and kind of giving me some feedback, okay? So thank you all so much for taking time out of your day to watch this, and to subscribe, and to give me some feedback and information. If you know of any cruelty-free products that you just love, also leave that in the comments below, and I'll check into them and maybe give some reviews on what I think as well. Thank you again so much, and just continue to do great things every day. Thank you. Have a great day.